Good morning. Welcome to Haiku Friday. Yes, today is Friday, May 2nd, 2025. And I hope you all had a great May Day yesterday. A day that those of us who have labored, especially in unions, have celebrated. Um, yes, May Day, May Day, May Day, May Day. All right, let's get started with these haikus, shall we? First one is from Max Q, and kind of a little, it's a sad one, but we're going to read it. Watershed moment, anger, grief, and disbelief, Vancouver, BC. Yes. Yep. Our hearts go out to all those folks. What a crazy thing. But on the other hand, congratulations to the Canadians for turning away from the fascist threat that we obviously embraced. So thank you, Max Q. Second one for Max Q. And this is celebratory. They're finally here. The first maggots of the year. Warm weather coming. Ah, yes, like the swallows were returning to San Juan Capistrano. The maggots have returned. Thank you, Max Q. I appreciate it. Lovely as always. Now we have one from Bill. Now, Bill happens to be, Bill's probably back by now, but, or maybe not, was in Spain or Portugal. Not sure which, but I can't remember. But Bill was over there when they had the big power outage, which broke through all the crazy U.S. national news. Glad to see something different than what we're going through here. And here is Bill's. Electricity is taken for granted until it's not there. Yeah, it's funny. It kind of just dawned on me that yes, it's weird because electricity, when it's gone, I don't know how many times when we lose electricity here and I turn on the switch and it doesn't work, it always surprises me, even though I know the power's been out. But how so many other things in our life we don't get surprised by when they go because they slowly go away. I guess if the electricity slowly went away, like democracy and things like that in our country, maybe we would, maybe if it just ended just like that, we would notice it more. I don't know. Thank you, Bill, and safe journeys. Always good to hear from you. Now, Laurel sent me one last week, and she said this is just a warm-up for one that she was going to send in. But I had loaded it up because I thought, well, you know what? Maybe Laurel won't get around to sending me one, or maybe she will, but I like this one, so I'm going to read both, because Laurel did send me one this morning as well. So here's Laurel's warm-up. Laurel, please forgive me if you weren't prepared to share this with the world, but I thought it was beautiful. It really struck me. Woman weepily, helping another weepy, help you helping me. I thought that was lovely. I thought that was just lovely because I just find that is a sentiment that a lot of us share now, that we're helping each other through some of the worst times we have ahead of us, I feel like, but we're going to help each other show the difference between those who wanted a fascist in charge of our government and those of us who didn't. And it's something that we're going to have to show the world. Now, that's probably not what you meant by yours. Very nice poem, apolitical, non-political poem, Laurel, but that's what I got out of it. Now, here's one from Laurel that's just plain beautiful. And if you live in Spokane, you know exactly what Laurel is talking about. Liquor of lilacs. Spring yawns her fragrant welcome and begins anew. Oh, isn't that lovely? And it's so true, too. Because when you walk around Spokane right now, The lilacs are just starting. Next weekend is the lilac. No, the 14th, 17th is the lilac festival, and I tell you, the lilacs, they are already blooming. So hopefully there's still some still blooming for the festival. Those of you who drive down the streets of Spokane afterwards and wonder why there are these purple carrot looking things on the street, those are lilacs that they paint for the parade route. Now, maybe they don't even do that anymore, but it's always a great time in Spokane, and they do smell so lovely. Gosh, we've got some in our yard, walking downtown, which I'd love to do. Those of you who follow me know I love to walk downtown. As everybody says, oh, it's a battle zone, blah blah blah. It's lovely, and it's got urban grime. But walking by what used to be the Trade Winds Motel yesterday, amidst all the kind of city grime, there were these lilac bushes that were blooming, and they were so beautifully fragrant. Just, yes, transformative. So thank you, Laurel. Now, here we have one from Rico-san. He was a hobo with plastic bags on his feet on the frozen path. And, it reminded me of so many bags on the feet stories. I shared one with Rico-san where we went on a call when I was pretty new to the fire department. I was working at Station 15, and we went on a call for a woman who people were concerned about because she appeared to be unconscious. However, she was on a chaise lounge, one of those lawn chair ones, and she was laying down asleep, but the rain was pouring on her, and so they thought maybe she had died. So we went out to go check on her. Somebody called 911, so we went to go check on her, and her husband came out, and he was a little bit miffed that somebody would call because his wife was sleeping in the rain outside, and he pointed to her, and he kind of as a language of love told us, look at her. I'm taking care of her. I put bread bags on her feet when it started to rain. And sure enough, she had like a couple Wonder Bread bags on her feet. And I thought, that does sort of say love. And later on, or maybe even before that, it was before that because my son Kirk would have been probably 4 or so. One of the sandwich bag people they had a contest going, like what you can do with these plastic bags. And when I would take Kirk camping and backpacking, even when he was very small, his feet would get wet. And usually, what would happen is his feet would get wet, we would eat lunch or dinner, and then I'd have these plastic bags left over, and I would turn them inside out so he didn't get food on his socks, and then I would turn them inside out, and then put his feet with the socks on into the bag and put those into the wet shoes, and his feet stayed dry. So I sent that into the, I think this is pre-internet, so I had to actually send it in an envelope, this idea about what you can do with the bags. And I guess that it never got featured because I guess maybe they thought that was too unsavory of a thing to put feet in their precious bags. So anyway, Rico-san, you just unleashed a whole torrent of memories for me. And, but of course, you expressed them much more beautifully. Oh, here is mine, speaking of beautifully. Noises in my head. Distracting. I'm going to start over because this is a hard one to pronounce. Noises in my head. Distractingly pleasant den. New kind of hearing. Yes, I was sitting there yesterday and I had a million things going through my head that I needed to take care of. And there was noise and people talking. And, and I thought, I'm kind of enjoying this, this just noise, So what's new? What's new around here? Box is finished. I think I believe we were done the week before last. I can't remember. But, yes, Boxes is done. No more rehearsal. None of that. My brain, that was hard for my old brain to squeeze all those lines in there. But but yes, I enjoyed it. It was lovely to be able to help bring somebody's vision to life. I like that a lot. And you know, you always miss the folks that you're doing stuff with, making things with. Because my life here is fairly solitary, not in a bad way, but I do collaborate sometimes. One of the things that's coming up May 17th is Brush on the Bluff, which is a charitable event at basically Polyjudd Park, which is at the end of west end of 14th off of High Drive. If you just hang a right, if you're heading south on High Drive, it would take you to Polyjudd. And there's the whole series of trails that go down on the Spokane Bluffs, and they have art. We will be painting, and they have artists, I was going to say, painting and doing other creative stuff where people can talk to the artists and see the work that they're working on, and then bid on it. And then the money, I think the artists get to keep some of the money, and then the rest gets donated to the Friends of the Bluff, which takes care of trail maintenance and picks up garbage and stuff like that down on these trails. And last year I did it. I've been trying to do it, but I've always been gone. Last year was the first year I could make it, and I had a really good time. So this year I'm going to be doing it again. We'll be come rain, shine, snow. Who knows what could happen? But we'll be painting, and all of us artists, and come check it out. I'm looking at. There's kind of a quick turnaround on these paintings because in a week later they actually have like a big event, which I won't be at, unfortunately. But they have like a gala type thing and art show, and so you can continue to bid and see all the beautiful works. They're beautiful. I'm so honored to be counted amongst these artists. And last year my art was placed in a place that made it really shine. I was very excited about that. And this piece, I need to be done with it, probably at least half of it done, because which I'm getting pretty close to now, because what's going to happen is I have a week to finish it, less than a week, and then it gets turned in, and then they hang it up. So I've got a pretty good showing of it so far. Don't want to ruin anything. And anyway, so that's done. I finished a couple paintings for a public installation, which is supposed to take place of my painting, of my work, and I'm very excited about it. So hopefully it does happen. I haven't heard much about it since the initial thing, but you know, that's how these things go. Everybody's busy in these times. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, KYRS right now, as you know, I have had a radio show on there for the last 4 years, and they are doing their Pledge Week. And so if you wouldn't mind tuning into KYRS, you can do that online. You can listen to go to kyrs.org. You can listen to it, or if you're in the Spokane area or Eastern Washington, 88.1 and 92.3, you can listen to. I think I don't know. I just blanked on. I think that's the right signals. I don't know why. You know, I'm just not. I guess I'm not in the right. Place to say it. But I believe those are right. I've said it a million times before. Or dial 747-3807. There will be people, 509-747-3807. There will be people there to take your phone call, and you can pledge a little bit of money. $3 a month, $36 a year will buy you a membership into KYRS, which gives you some things. And then also that $36, when you make that contribution, that is going to Boots Bakery, who we partnered up with, Boots Bakery and Lounge. They are going to provide a meal to Hope House. And Hope House will, that is a charitable organization for unhoused women in Spokane, and that will provide them a meal. And so it's a very exciting thing that everybody gets together and does. And it's a community radio station, so we don't get any kind of funding from the government. It's all just us. And anyhow, if you could see it in your heart to give a little money to them, that would be wonderful. All right, I believe that's it, and I will talk with you later. Happy Haiku Friday. Send me your haikus. Go to haikufriday.com, and we'll do this thing. All right, bye now.